what an amazing gift it is as an employee of the schools and parents of children in the schools to co-parent to some degree with someone new for 15, 18 years at this point. It's a remarkable thing. Most people don't get to do that. There's a lot of that, a lot more children than I do. I'm also, I want to thank you for that. I also want to make sure I thank Jason Furman, who is sitting back there. See her in the meeting. Tracy has really become a co-parent also to 230 girls and 25 faculty members and several administrators helping us out at every step. Thank you, Tracy. And then I want to apologize because Claire and I just both lead busy lives, and I didn't realize that she was giving my talk. we had not coordinated this. So this is a talk about the house that Joe built, version 2. So working in schools for 30 years and attending many graduations, including today, of Clare, a fourth child, I'm aware that students can have a range of emotions on this day. Some are mortified to have to come up to the front of the room, which they will to get their diplomas. I think we still do that. Some wish they could always be at the front of the room. And some just don't like change that comes along with graduating from school. But I'm pretty sure most of us parents, doing this for the fourth time, my wife and I, Kristen, are thinking, wow, we made it this far. High school does not complete itself, right? There's much driving, talking, effort, and money, all sorts of other things, love and care that go into this accomplishment. So congratulations to the parents and the graduates. I enjoyed very much teaching freshman biology to 17 members of the class of 2024, which was the first full year of COVID school. But the thing that stands out more in my mind is that you're the youngest class at Brookwood that Joe Pearson ever taught. So you were the end of that legacy. I believe I looked at the schedule and counted. I think I got that right. And I think that had an impact on you. Joe taught you only 1 month in September of 2019, and he died September 26th at the end of the month after teaching his 3 classes, about 8 or 9 hours later. Joe, as Rick said, was the founder of Brookwood, head of school at the American School in Switzerland. I've been working sort of for Joe since I was 14 years old. He started paying me when I was 25. And he, a very formative adult in my life, he didn't throw me out of the heights, but he also took me from St. John's, where I had been thrown out. He believed in the power of redemption. God has a sense of humor. I ended up as a dean of students at boys' schools for a long time, working with the boys who needed better decision-making skills. But Joe did a lot of things. I think one of the most important things he did was found Brookwood. Right? This school he got to create on his own from scratch with Parmesan's help. The man was a tradition-generating machine. Right? He used to say, we love tradition and traditional things so much we invent traditions every month. Because, and what that was is part of building community. Sometimes we have trouble keeping up with the number of traditions Joe's implemented over the years. And then Rich started pilgrimages. Rich has carried on this tradition very much. When I was at the Heights, in my high school graduate class, there were 18 boys. So your class is 15% bigger than my class. It's probably hard to imagine. When you go out into the world very soon, people are going to ask you a lot in the next 4 years, where you went to high school, what was it like? And then you're going to tell them there were 21 girls in my graduating class, and they're going to affirm film all the time. Which wasn't the case, especially as you grew into your senior year here. I didn't want to remain in high school. I don't think any of my classmates did, and I hope none of you want to. But when I talk to people, I remember my high school experience fondly because it was the house that Joe built, right? There was an emphasis on friendship, on community, right? On growth, on the forgiveness for bad decisions, right? Coming out of the Catholic Church. So we knew every faculty member, we knew every high school student when I was in high school. The teachers knew every parent's name. It sounds a lot like here, but the students they taught, at least. It was a community that valued and worked at the level of the human person, like Avalon and Brookwood. I hope that you found friendship here at Brookwood, even a lifelong friend or two. And it's an amazing experience to keep in touch with friends you met at age 14 or 10, right, for 30 plus years. You get to see how you and other people change and age over the years, and life shifts, right? You try to think of the long game years at Brookwood, and I think Joe was thinking of that, promoting friendship among students and giving you lots of opportunities to develop it. Like go out to the rain, eat at picnic tables when you felt like it. Aristotle, I hope you don't mind this, taught that friendship is important to human flourishing, and there are 3 types, and it takes time and effort to develop the highest, most noble form of friendship, and we can only have a few of those friendships. He also taught that people aim at what they think will make them happy. And then he went on to examine and evaluate many different ways that people define happiness. Some of them sort of catastrophic. I won't give away any of the answers. You can find the Wiki and ethics somewhere, I'm sure. We'll let you walk it. But if you don't look for the answer to what we're aiming for, we're in danger of ending up with goals that are presented to us by popular culture. Joe built schools with an understanding that the culture of the school was important, and we need friendship and community, and it's sort of an inoculation against what the popular culture is offering to us. He also made sure that the faculty had opportunities to form friendships. And it's amazing, you go into faculty meetings in August and see cheerfulness, hugging, and I'm not sure this happens at every school, right? People breaking up conversations, right? At both schools. Right? That's what Joe generated, and making space and time for that. I think the greatest lesson I learned from Joe, and I hope you've absorbed in some way from his program, is that the most important thing in the world is God, and the next is the human person, with an immortal soul who is put before us. As you go out into the world, think about the relationships and communities you find yourself in. The friendships you have, they are important. And understand, you can influence them. Some things are set in this world, but many depend on what one who gathers a few people does. Spend time together with people learning, praying, singing, adventuring, and inventing new traditions, because they help organize what we do. Do that as soon as you get to your next stop in life. You've seen how it's done. From the ancient Greeks, we get the 4 natural virtues. They're also called the cardinal virtues. Tend to go down etymology reference. Cardo means hinge, as in all things hinge upon these virtues. They're basically the goals a lot of us have for our 5-year-olds and ourselves. These virtues are prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. Don't do dumb things. Be prudent. Don't believe every single rule should be to your benefit. Be just. Don't give up to doing the right thing. Fortitude. Be temperate, not absurd in your appetites. Joe understood by people, including parents, who would turn to these cardinal virtues as goals. And he thought a good faculty would work to model these virtues and model how to respond when they missed the mark. Joe Joe taught me very early in my teaching career not to apologize for bad assignments, bad decisions, right? Bad designs of classes. And right, apologizing or going to confession or both, right? But I think Joe's real impact on the world was not a love for the sense of order conveyed in the cardinal virtues. Though he could be just, and there's no doubt he had fortitude. But I think Joe felt and embodied the profound importance of living the three spiritual virtues, the great theological virtues, which show up in history in the New Testament, right? After Christ is born. And faith, hope, and love. Love is also charity and agape and caritas and God's sacrificial love and human reflection of that love. And philo is in there too. That was a rabbit hole. Faith, hope, and love, though, are gifts that we must seek, recognize, and choose. I suspect these are really the great challenge from God to us once we've worked on having a little self-control. To have faith in the goodness of creation and the Creator, to love the people in front of us, even if we think they're wrong or annoying. But I think hope to be the hardest one. But it's the one that makes it possible to do great things and small great things, like found Avalon and Brookwood. We must hope for small particular things, like a school, children to fill it, families to nurture those children, friendships to blossom among students, parents, and teachers. I was giving a tour of Brookwood last year to two people from a foundation which provides financial grants to independent schools. These two have visited many schools in the Washington area and were deeply moved to see how people in this building interacted in hallways and classrooms. They initially had planned on a 10-minute tour, and then I was supposed to walk them to their car. The tour took 40 minutes, and then they wanted to sit down for an hour and ask what makes these hallways and these classrooms so different. For an hour, the basic answer was Joe McPherson. Right? Every school where he worked, he intentionally found ways to make joy, faith,